RINGVILLE, episode Deadkid.
Hey, what's up everyone? How you doing? My name is Kevin Herrera Sanchez, KHS, and today I have the absolute pleasure of sitting down with 1/3 of the cult, Deadkid. How's it going?
How you doing? Good to be here. Good to be here.
Thank you for being here. We had an episode where everyone was interviewed all at once, but now I want to really take the time to kind of give people the opportunity to get to know people individually.
Right.
So first thing that I think I want to ask is, where did you get the name Deadkid from?
I was probably around like 12, 11, around there, a long time ago. Me and my mom moved to North Carolina for like a year, and I didn't tell nobody.
Okay.
So then, when I came back, to my neighborhood, one of my good friends, his name is James. Shout out to James. He was like, "Oh, I thought you was dead, kid." And
That's crazy.
And then that was it. My whole life has just been Deadkid. Everybody just started calling me Deadkid, basically, and that's it.
So you legitimately disappeared for like a year?
Yeah, I disappeared
No
for
word,
a
no
year,
nothing?
no nothing. I don't know why. I think my mom didn't like where I was living, so she bought a house in North Carolina. We was there, went to school there. It was quiet and stuff like that, but it was like, it wasn't for me. I'm just so used to New York City and the crowd. And
Born and raised?
Born and raised, I was like, I couldn't do it, so I was like, you know, we're going back. And maybe
Oh, you told your mom? Like,
yeah, I told her, she knew I wanted to go back. I didn't want to go there in the first place. So I was like, you know, like, kept telling her, like, come back. She took a year. I was like, yo, if I'm fine. She like, let's go back and stuff like. So I was like, all right, we here. And then it was like, Deadkid? Oh, I thought you was dead. And then they went crazy. All my friends, family, even teachers, even my mom at one point was calling me Deadkid. So I was like, all right, yeah.
So it's a name that stuck?
Yeah, basically that's it. And I do a lot of crazy stuff too. There's a lot of little backstory. So I'm a crazy person.
Yeah. All right, we'll get into that. So what was your introduction into wrestling?
It's funny, I didn't get into wrestling until I was like 11, 12, a little late. Cause my older brother, he used to watch wrestling a lot. And I see it on TV, but I didn't care for it. And then one day I watched, and like I said, I saw Triple H for the first time. And he spit the water out. I was like, that's over. Like, that was cool. And then I saw him just hook people's arms and slam them in their face. I was like, and then I was just watch TV just because of him. And I know I got into it more. My brother was telling me about it and stuff like that. Then I saw Jeff Hardy flipping and stuff. I was like, oh, they flip too? I thought they were just fighting. And I was like, flipping and talking trash. And that's it. It was just Jeff Hardy and Triple H. I just watched them all the time. I wanted to be like, because I was crazy already, like Jeff Hardy, you know, just flipping and stuff. Like I you know, trying to go viral. And I was like, Jeff Hardy was kind of like me.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, that's fire. I want to learn how to flip and stuff like that. So I started doing it with my friends. And I was like, I want to be like Jeff Hardy when I wrestle. So.
Yeah, and like watching back your matches, you do have the high flyer style. So it's like, you took the like inspiration from Jeff Hardy. Was like Rob Van Dam another one?
Yeah, basically all the high flyers. Rob Van Dam, especially I try to sell like Ricochet now. Dolph Ziggler was mostly selling like Dolph Ziggler, but mostly like Rob Van Dam was definitely a big one. Jeff Hardy, mostly all the high flyers.
What are some of your like favorite Jeff Hardy moments?
It's WrestleMania. Falling through the table. I see him getting speared off the ladder, of course, off the belt. Him winning the champ. That when he won the championship in the triple threat at Armageddon, I cried. That was like probably my biggest moment. Because I didn't think he was gonna win. Because Triple H and Edge, was it? I think it was Triple H and Edge.
Yeah, it was Triple H and Edge. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I was like, it's over. That's crazy because I was a Triple H fan, but at that time I wasn't. That moment, I was like, Triple H, I love you, but don't win. You feel me? So
that's your boy. That's Jeff Hardy.
Exactly. So I was like, you know, and Edge, of course, Edge was gonna win. So I was like, yeah. When he won that championship, then I think he lost it recently.
He lost it like a month later.
Yeah. But then, but he won that. I was like, yeah, that was probably my biggest moment when he won the World Heavyweight. I think it was
WWE
the championship.
That's when because he won the World Heavyweight later on, like a year after, when he had his feud with
CM Punk. Right. That was a moment. I like that moment too. But when he won that, get that triple threat, it was my favorite moment.
When deciding that you wanted to be a high flyer, was there ever any fear?
Oh yeah,
with jumping out of the ring or even doing these crazy spots?
Yeah, to this day, I'm scared of heights. I don't even do it because I have to. Scared of heights. I'm afraid. And when I get on top rope, my heart is do. And I just just do it. I just try not to think about it a lot. It just flip because you're gonna get hurt regardless if you think about it. So Yeah, I definitely was a fear of heights, and I was just crazy. Like, I didn't think about it. I was just like, all right. Because I wanted to be like so much like Jeff. So I don't
What
think.
was like the first one that you did where you were like, oh shit, I can do this?
Oh, I don't really remember the first, but I remember the first flip. I was like, well, the first real flip was the 450 splash.
450 splash.
When I first did that, then I could like, I was so comfortable because I did it, when I first did it, it was a backyard wrestling show. And I did it without practice. I think I practiced like once or twice. And then I just did it and I was like, all right, I got it. I didn't really think I got it, but I was like, all right, I'm gonna just do it.
Yeah.
Did it in the match, for the first try, 450 splash. Everybody went crazy. I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna start doing small times and flipping stuff. So basically that was it. It was wrestling. It was backyard wrestling that I did that.
Has there ever been a time where it's like you've done this high flyer style and it's like you hurt yourself in any way?
Oh yeah, lots of times. Hurt myself. Not a lot of times, but most of the times when I do hurt, it really hurts. But yeah, because sometimes when I used to do it, I used to miss. I used to overshot.
Okay.
So I hit the grass like, oh, and then I used to call it the John Cena bump.
Oh.
So I used to hit my elbows. I used to do the flip, overshot, and then land on my elbows.
Okay.
So yeah, it definitely hurt a lot. But now, yeah.
The John Cena bump is wild.
So yeah, it hurt. It definitely hurt. Yeah.
Outside of wrestling, you also make music.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
No, because I know you dropped 3 projects this year so far, if I'm correct.
4.
You're on the 4th?
Yeah, 4. I think. Yeah. No, it's 3.
It's 3?
I don't remember my own music. Yeah,
It'd be like that. It'd be like
yeah,
you just grind it, put out the work for sure.
Yeah, it's 3.
And your latest project is Hymn of Dreams, right?
Yeah.
And you really focus on instrumentals. What made you gravitate towards that?
My nephew, he's a rapper, and he also do beats. Okay. So, one time we was in Christmas week. It was around Christmas time. He had the pianos that also play like instrumentals that only he had one of those, and the piano just play random beats. But you will also create your own beat too. Okay. One day we were just messing around, playing around. I wasn't taking it serious. I did the piano and I was making like okay, catchy beats at first. And he was rapping to it. But I was like, he kept complimenting me. He was like, yo, this is kind of high. I was like, you're right. So we kept doing it, and then it kept being a little better and better and better. Then we had downloaded this app called BandLab, where you could actually be in detail of like a real studio artist. And I was like, I just tried it one time. Like since I went back, I was like, those beats was kind of cool. And let me see if I could actually take it a little more serious in the real app, in the real studio. So I did it. We did when I was working on Hymn of Dreams album, I tried to express how I feel without lyrics, I guess that makes sense. Like, try to, whatever's in my mind and how I feel, I try to put onto instrumentals, try to make you feel what I feel. And whatever we were doing it, and Hymn of Dreams was coming out, I was like, this is kind of smooth melodies. I love melodies, my biggest one is melodies. So I would just do a melody album, just straight melodies. It was Hymn of Dreams, and I expressed myself from there. I dropped out on my birthday.
Dropped on your birthday?
Yeah, for my special birthday gift for myself.
Nice.
So yeah.
That's very wholesome, for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Have you ever thought about like making themes for wrestlers?
Yeah, definitely. I want to make our theme song, the co theme song. Trying to work on it, but it's got to be really like what fits us. I made a couple samples, but we haven't used it. But yeah, for other wrestlers too. If the opportunity comes, yeah.
Absolutely, hell yeah.
Hell yeah, I make all type. I make rock, any genre. I'll do it. I like all genres.
So there you go. Need a theme?
You need a theme song. I am Deadkid.
Hit up the boy for sure.
Make you a jazz hip hop orchestra beat.
Ooh, that's great. Jazz hip hop?
Yeah, I mix different types of beats. Like if I make a hip hop beat, I'll throw like pop music or country. I'll mix different type of genres together, not just one genre, different type of sounds. So different.
In that process, how do you kind of feel or decide like this aspect of this genre works with this aspect of this other genre?
I'll just wing it. Kind of like a guess.
Okay.
Whatever I hear it that sounds good to me, I just hopefully sound good. Like I'll go to, like for example, I'll go to an electronic pack. It's a pack and it got different types of, so I just go scroll through it and whatever sounds cool to me, I'm like, oh, this melody sounds cool. I place it. Then I go to like, for example, like EDM, for example, right? And I'm like, this, no, I have no idea, this don't match with pop. You want to see that. So I was like, you know what? Let me see EDM. like probably find like a little drum that would go with an EDM drum, and I like put this with the melody, test it, see if it sounds good. Oh, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
Then I'll go to another pack, like a whole different genre, and place it. I just do different genres, and hopefully it sounds good. I just pray, and it ends up sounding good.
Yeah, it's testing the waters.
Testing the waters. Yeah.
It's very much similar to wrestling. where it's
Exactly.
like, you see if it works.
See if it works. It works. It works.
When you said jazz and hip hop, the artist that instantly popped into mind was, McKinley Dixon?
Yeah, I know. I never heard of him.
No?
Sounds, I think, yeah.
He uses a lot of jazz samples and instruments in his music. So it's like, check him out. Give him a
Right,
check.
I'm in trouble. I gotta remember that.
You are also in Subwaymania.
Oh yeah.
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 And you play Devon Dudley, and you're also the ref.
Yes.
Right. What's that experience like for you?
It was awesome. It was really dope. Like I said before, I wasn't gonna do it. I thought it was stupid. And Tim, shout out to Tim, he convinced me for months, almost a year, to do Subwaymania. I thought it was stupid. And he asked me to be a wrestler. I was like, nah, I ain't doing this. I'll be a ref. The least I could do to help you out since you keep asking me. And for some reason I was like, with being a ref will help. Like I was kind of like smart ahead of time. I was like, you know what, if I be a ref, maybe I could help them, choreograph, and because they're not wrestlers.
Like produce
the thing, so I could help that, and that was what happened. But then I came up with this idea, I see them wrestling on the train, and it looked like they having fun. I'm just standing there, watching them get beat up. Everybody's reacting to them. And I'm like,
I'm kind of missing out.
Maybe I should have been a wrestler, but then I come up with this idea. I was like, this Kane. Kane is a monster. What if he just choke slams, like after the match, just choke slams the ref, like choke slam everybody, whoever cares. And the guy who plays Spag, shout out to Spag, he was Kane. He's like, yeah, let's do it. And he choke slammed me on 14th Street and a bunch of boxes. And I just went crazy, and the way I sold it and everything like that. And yeah, everybody on the internet was going crazy, and we just kept doing it. I just keep getting choke slammed until, we figure out how the ref get his get back or whatever, and play. It just ended up being a storyline that just happened. Like we didn't plan it, so that was dope. Yeah, it was awesome. I love Subwaymania.
Has Devon or Bubba Ray ever hit you up or hit up Subwaymania?
Yeah,
just showing love to what you're doing.
Yeah, definitely. I think the first time he mentioned us was on his podcast. I think. And he shot us out on his podcast saying you did a good job playing as cosplayer Douglas and stuff like that. I was like, oh, that's cool. And then
that's legends right there.
That's legends. I was watching y'all guys on TV and y'all acknowledging us. It was crazy, humbling. So then he invited us to his parties and stuff and shot us out, and it was awesome. Yeah, shout out Bubba Ray.
Shout out Bubba Ray and Devon.
And Devon, definitely.
So, what are some of your wrestling goals that you have?
My goals, man, I just want to entertain, make people happy. Because I didn't, when I was growing up, I ain't had none of that stuff. You know what I mean? I didn't have even my family members. I have friends that that would do stuff, but I was still unhappy. I was in the streets, and when I would met my friends, I'll probably be in jail or gangbanging and stuff like that. So wrestling maybe got me out of that. Okay. Got me away from all the bad stuff that I could have been touring towards was for my friends. So when I felt that, when I did backyard wrestling and stuff like that, I was to speak, when I make other people happy, or when I do the move and stuff and people react to it, I was like, what the hell? I would react to Shadow, wait, I can have more of this? Hold on, let me do it again.
Yeah.
So yeah, wrestling is just it just make me feel like I could be anybody I want to be. I could be myself instead of and you're outside the world, you gotta act a certain way or be a certain way or behave in front of certain people and people don't accept you who are if you are. So I was like, wrestling makes you be your own character and makes me feel free.
Well, that's a beautiful thing.
Thank you, yeah.
Well, thank you very much for sitting down with me.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, it's been a pleasure, man.
Yes.
Until next time, we out.